The full September NPD report will be coming out next week in its entirety, but we have a bit of a sneak preview thanks to Microsoft, and as you could probably guess by the fact that it's Microsoft telling us these things, September marks the third month in a row that the Xbox One outsold the PlayStation 4. Now, this is primarily down to, I would say, the Xbox One S's success versus the PlayStation 4 Slim. I've spoken before about how well the Xbox One S is doing versus the Slim. Of course, the Slim is selling reasonably well, but the Xbox One S has increased Xbox One hardware sales, as I've said before. And of course, there's been price cuts to the normal console and the new console as well. Means that 3 months in a row for the summer, Microsoft has been in the lead. Now, of course, the summer months are great and all, but they're not as critical as the sort of now period of October, November, and December. But, you know, they could very well continue this theme, but a lot of PlayStation fans were naturally awaiting the PSVR or the PS4 Pro, so we might be seeing a different story in the next couple of months, but for now, 3 months in a row, according to NPD Group figures. And we have a bit of a statement here from the Xbox marketing boss, Mike Nichols, who spoke to VentureBeat, and he said, quote, "Thanks to our fans, Xbox One was the best-selling console in September in the US for the third month in a row, according to NPD Group, as well as the best-selling console in September in the UK, according to GfK Entertainment UK. In addition, Xbox One was the only 8th-gen console to see year-over-year growth in September in the US, Australia, the UK, and many other countries worldwide. This success was driven by our fans and their support for the Xbox One S, which is the only console available this holiday with built-in UHD 4K Blu-ray, 4K video streaming and HDR for gaming and video. We received an incredible response to Forza Horizon 3, the #1 first-party title for September in the US, Australia and the UK, according to NPD Group and GfK Entertainment UK. Global engagement to Xbox Live, the fastest, most reliable gaming network, continues to grow, and the number of unique multiplayer users increased 57% year over year. With the blockbuster launch of Gears of War 4 for Xbox One and Windows 10 this week, and the upcoming release of Clubs and Looking for Group on Xbox Live alongside the launches of Dead Rising 4, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Dishonored 2, Final Fantasy 15, Titanfall 2 and Watch Dogs 2 in the coming months, Xbox is the best place to game this holiday. So basically what we can take from that is they didn't just see an increase in sales, they also saw an increase in software, and of course the number of people using Xbox Live has increased. And he does have a valid point about it, they're coming into a really strong period. Now this is true for both Sony and Microsoft, of course. Whilst Microsoft do have Gears of War 4, because it's obviously exclusive to Xbox One and Windows 10, Sony also still have, you know, a lot of those other games they mentioned, Dead Rising, Battlefield, Call of Duty, etc, etc, etc. But still, it's going to be a really interesting battle, and obviously it's down to Microsoft to very much build upon the momentum that they've been gathering over the summer. The summer has very much been their summer, which is good. I've said many times that, you know, a curb stomp on either side is not good for anybody because people get lazy, they're not feeling the need to be competitive, to be innovative if they're not being challenged. And of course Microsoft are now, well, they're of course still behind, they are now finally starting to play catch up, and Sony have to very much sit up and pay attention. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this month, of course, and of course I'll be back next week with the full NPD report once it's actually released. But for now, congrats again to Microsoft. We're going to see what happens this critical holiday period between Sony and Microsoft. The battle is definitely going to be on, especially with the release of the PS4 Pro and of course the PSVR. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.